Ah. Ah. Alright, fishos. Look at the setup that I have. I will try and do more of these videos now that I've got this all set up and all worked out. I will be doing more of these presentation type of videos, how-tos, and sharing my ideas and sharing my insights with my subscribers. So today it's going to be about Yellowtail or Yakka hotspots. As you may or may not be aware, once you've signed up a membership for my site on a monthly subscription basis, for every YouTube episode that I publish, I post up a map with the exact spots of where those fish were caught. So that is a member only service. And also I intend to make a video like this, although today is going to be more about the yakkas, but I will be sharing another video like this on kingfish spots. So that's along the Sydney, along Botany or Hawkesbury, all the river systems and water systems that I do fish. So this will be an ongoing series. So today it's all about yakkas or yellowtail. So we all need to catch live bait. It's pretty important if you're targeting kingfish and other pelagics. Before you head out, it's probably ideal to actually have a quick session whereby you catch plenty of yellowtails and keep them alive for your big fish. So this is more about if you launch at Middle Harbour or around that water system and heading out to the offshores or even coastal, so that you can actually target those pelagics. All right, so this is the Roseville Davidson boat ramp in New South Wales, Sydney, Australia, for those watching from other parts of the globe. Sorry, this is not really relevant to you, but you might still get something out of it because there are some common themes where the live bait can be caught. So as I make my way out, the first stop that I make to sound up if there are any bait balls around is this area here. As you may or may not know, there is a shipwreck here, and many kings huddle around there, as well as bait ball. So on your way out, sound up if there is bait ball around this area. This could be the best spot to catch those yakkas early on. Then the second stop that I do make is along here. So this is another good yakka spot. Then another worthwhile stop that you can make is just along here. So this is an area where there's also a shipwreck, and it produces other fish as well, but there's constant movement of bait ball coming in and out, and you should be able to find yakkas here. And this is also a good squid point. The squid actually can be had all along this line here. So around 10 meters or so of the water, you should be able to catch some squid. Then another yakka point is along this kayak ramp. So there's always bait balls moving around, so as you make way out across the spit bridge, you might like to just drop into this area and just sound up, see if there's any yakkas. And another worthwhile point is right here. So that's another yakka point that I would actually stop by to check them out if you have not caught any yakkas already by this time. I hope you did, but this is another spot. And another spot is right across here, just after the 4 knots no wash zone. So along here you should be able to find some bait ball and yakkas. And another very well-known spot is right here. You'll know because there's heaps of boats always grouped together here. So Balmoral Beach along this area, that's also a good spot. Another hidden spot that I always check if I had no luck up until this point is along this area here. So that's another good yakka point. Alright, another well-known point is this area here. So there's also a shipwreck and there's heaps of bait ball. So it's fairly deep and it can be rough because you're pretty close to the open water. So unless you have a motor guide or in quarter motor, anchoring could be okay, but yeah, you could get away by just having a drift because it's wide area where you'll find the yellowtail. And then another hot spot, very well known because you'll see tons of boats always in the morning, just inside this cove here. A good yakka point and squid at times, but squid is probably more along this line. So you could try and target squid here, and also yakkas and squid here as well. And I also caught a couple of kings on a sabiki. I'm trying to catch yellowtail here, so the kings do move in. And another squid point, this is where I would catch most of my squid for bait, is all across here. So you can make an easy drift. There's lots of reed beds here, and this is a fantastic squid point. Another good squid point is all across here. Lots of reeds, and if you've tried all these areas and haven't caught a squid, that means there's no squid in the harbour. So this is a very good squid area. I haven't had much luck with yellowtail yakkas, but squid definitely, so try these areas. And another good yellowtail spot is probably along here as well, and it delivers bream and flatties and lots of other species, but yellowtail yakkas can also be found all along here. So obviously there are many places where you can find yellowtail. They're not too difficult to find. They're pretty easy to catch. The best method is probably have a sabiki rig on a light setup. So there's no point in trying to catch yellowtail on a heavy or medium-sized rod and reel setup. Always on a light gear, because when they're quite finicky, you have to strike to catch them. And in order to feel that bite, you need a very light gear. So like 6 pound leader setup with a sabiki sized hooks if you don't have the sabikis. And if you really want to make a quick efficient drop and get the yakkas and get out to do your offshore sessions and whatnot, is really burly up. So have some breadcrumbs or some other tiny pieces of pilchard mashed up, throw them in the water into those hot spots that I shared with you. Then they'll group up, and yes, then drop your sabiki or small jig and you should be able to catch them. So try those spots before you head out, and that should be an easy way to find yellowtail and catch them and fill them up and turn them into big kings. So give that a go.